Bitcoin is touching some pretty big resistance, and while touching this resistance, we are seeing bearish divergences all over the board. Guys, is this an early sign that Bitcoin is going to correct? That is going to be the topic of today's video. We are going to have a look at the Bitcoin chart. We are going to have a look at derivatives exchange data. We are going to have a look at the Stablecoin Dominance chart. I want to share with you a nice wave count that I'm looking at over on Bitcoin, which is pretty bullish. So guys, let's jump straight into it. So when we have a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, then we can see that we have kind of this rising channel formation, and that so far we have been touching the resistance. And if we really were to zoom out, you can see that that resistance also aligns with the 61.80%. So there's definitely some resistance coming into the levels that we are trading right now. Also, when we have a look at this zone right here, you can see that this zone has been acting previous as support and as resistance as well. So there's definitely something to say that Bitcoin is very overstretched, touching some resistance levels, having multiple bearish divergences on multiple time frames in the chart. So right here we see that the relative strength index makes lower highs, but if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can also see that in the shorter term time frame we do make lower highs right here. And if we have a look at the structure, we can see that if we consider this a sideways range, we try to break out, we get a fake out. So right now we're breaking back into this sideways range. Generally saying, guys, that's not all too bullish, but I'm also not going to turn a complete bear right here. But I do have to say that the chances of a small correction right here is definitely increasing. Now let's go to willportal.com. Let's have a look at the derivatives exchange data. And the derivatives exchange data is presenting us with the following image, where we have a positive funding actually going up, which means that a lot of people are basically longing Bitcoin at these levels. We have the take buy sell ratio moving average coming slightly down. That is slightly bearish. We have still quite a high open interest, which means that there's a lot of pressure on these markets, which could increase the possibility of a flush. So a drop in the open interest when the price drops, and then we see a flush before we can continue higher. Possible, not saying that that is going to happen. And on the premium index, we can see that this is also going up, which means that price is mostly led by derivative exchanges. So this is kind of confirming a little bit the thesis that, okay, we could get a correction in Bitcoin because these signals are definitely a little bit overstretched, very high funding rates and so on. However, guys, I do want to say that Bitcoin sometimes in a bull market can ignore all of these signals, and I will talk about that in a small bit as well, because we can just also still pump right here and just let these signals overheat even more. But it looks like that sooner or later from these levels we could definitely see a correction. Then guys, quick thing I want to share with you about Will Portal is we actually added a lot of tokens right here. So right now you can check Ripple, you can check ordinals and so on. You can always use all of these indicators with these charts. We don't have that much data yet. We started to record the data from a couple of days right now. So yeah, it does take a while till we have the chart completely filled up. But this is definitely very interesting. And so of course you can do on the homepage as well. You can find every token. These tokens were all picked by the community, by the way, so very important. And we can see, for example, right here, ordinals is still holding up pretty well. Then guys, let's go to the Stablecoin Dominance, because the Stablecoin Dominance might give us a little bit more clarity on what's happening with Bitcoin, right? So this chart actually looks pretty insane, and we have this falling wedge formation, which I pretty like, this falling wedge formation right here. But as you can see, we broke down of the falling wedge formation. Right now also coming pretty close to somewhat of a support of this declining channel. But if we have a look at this white horizontal line, that is the level that we are trading right now, then you can see that this actually is some resistance in the past and some support in the past as well. So the level that we are testing at this specific moment also shows a little bit signs of support. And that is very interesting because with Bitcoin we see the resistance, here we can see the support, and with Bitcoin we have these bearish divergences. And if we go to the shorter term time frame of the stablecoin dominance, and let me bring up the relative strength index, then we can see, and maybe it's even better visible on the 4-hour time frame though, then we can see that we clearly forming a bullish divergence, actually a triple one with higher lows right here. On the 4-hour time frame, well, the price make lower highs, and we have already a green candle right here, maybe a bullish engulfing candle. So this might not be too bearish, like, well, Bitcoin is going to see a massive drop. No, but maybe we're just going to grind slightly up right here, retest this level, to then go lower, right? So I would definitely say, guys, also based on time, we are on the 9th of December right now, and we can see if we were to calculate the 60-day cycles, then the next 60-day cycle low, which maybe is less significant during very strong bull trends, but I guess this was the previous 60-day cycle. The next 60-day cycle low would be roughly between 10, 11 and 12 December. So that one is coming up as well. So in terms of time, it also would make sense to see somewhat of a correction sooner or later, of a small flush right here. However, do take in mind, is not necessarily that is going to happen. You see it as an opportunity. Whenever it happens, you can take advantage of such an opportunity. Then, guys, I want to share this tweet. This tweet is from Blunts, and he's actually having a wave count over on Bitcoin. So let's have a look at this. And this is also showing basically how bullish Bitcoin actually looks, because maybe in a shorter term time frame we have some support, we get a small flush. Of course, in every bull market we get some corrections, right? Sometimes 10%, sometimes 15, sometimes 20. We could even get a 30% correction, although I don't see, that doesn't seem very likely to me. 30% is quite extreme. But as you can see right here, he has a very nice wave count. He says that this was the correction, the ABC correction, that was from the top in 2021 right here, all the way down to the bear market, to the 4-year cycle low. We had a nice wave one with ABC correction, and right now we are in the third wave, and the third wave is known to be the most strongest wave, going the most of the time, the most stretched into the direction. And so far we're really seeing that already. We're already seeing, yes, this is definitely already more stretched, going more into the direction, more aggressively than this first wave. Right, this first wave. So definitely very interesting price action, guys, and very interesting wave count. I think also, like, we definitely could see something like this, where we have that third wave coming very close to the previous all-time high. Maybe that will be Q1 of 2024. That is a time frame that I'm already talking about pretty long. Maybe we get a correction that could shoot up to maybe 50 or 60,000 US dollars. Then we could get a correction, come down, and then we finish the year with a fifth wave, and yeah, maybe even going to 2025, depending a little bit if we have a 16-year cycle or 4-year cycle. But this is generally looking pretty bullish, and I would say sentiment and everything would confirm that, because we haven't really seen the crazy sentiment going. I haven't had my parents call me yet about crypto, or like friends that had nothing to do with crypto calling me. So yeah, definitely there is more space to the upside. But if we just look at the very short term time frames, and we look at daily cycles, 60-day cycles, we look at the derivatives exchange data, we look at the Bitcoin chart itself, and we look at the stablecoin charts and inverse chart of Bitcoin, then yes, I wouldn't ape into high leverage longs right here, because there's definitely a risk over the coming days ahead to get a small flush right here. Then, guys, I want to bring your attention to the following. We are actually going to do something pretty awesome with World Portal, which will benefit you massively as a user. All for free again, of course, but we are going to summarize data that is presented on World Portal, and we are going to bring that in text very short to the user. So for example, you can come to the website and see, like, okay, in the past 24 hours, funding rates have flipped from positive to negative, and open interest has been increasing. Summary, a lot of people, most traders are looking to open short positions or are entering short positions. So we can give you a very brief summary of the market conditions, but I really need your help. I really would like if anybody could fill in the form. I post a link to the form down below in the description, where you can share with us what is the most important data for you to watch. So you go to willportal.com. What do you like to see? What do you like? You want to see the funding rates? Do you want to see the take buy sell ratio of all the tokens? Do you want to see which tokens had the biggest volatility in the past 24 hours, or which token has the most increasing volume? So more and more people buying that. So what are things that you would like to see? Because tell it us, because we will, based on what you are telling us, we are going to build this. We are going to continue to build this. Will Portal is a community service. It is a community product, and I want to build based on feedback that I'm getting from the community. So also all of these tokens, guys, we have been actually asking the Will Alert members. We have been asking, like, hey, can you give us the tokens you would like to see over on Will Portal? And they all submitted tokens, and the most picked tokens, those are the ones that we put in here right now. So it's really important that we get feedback from you, because your feedback has a very big influence on the further developments of this awesome trading tool, guys. So we definitely have so much things, guys. I can't, some things I can't say right now, because we're still working on it. So the summaries are coming, so that's why I need your help to but we are also going to have some other data which will be insane, guys. It's not existing yet on any other website out there, and it will give you such a massive edge against other traders in the market. So I'm very, very excited for it. And you will see very soon very more. So yeah, guys, definitely stay tuned and check the form down below in the description, and would really appreciate it. Do it for good karma. Do it to be an influencer for the space, to influence Will Portal and have a positive impact. Definitely, guys. Then the Bitcoin dominance. Everyone is talking about alt season. We have seen some liquidity going to altcoins, but I want to be a little bit contrarian right here, because Bitcoin dominance is still in an uptrend, right? So we do have this massive bearish divergence, and maybe we break down. We do get most likely a big altcoin season whenever that happens. But what if we're still going to bounce from this support on the news of an ETF approval, right? And then we're still gonna go see a nice bounce right here, maybe have a quadruple bearish divergence right here, that we do something like that. So I wouldn't get too excited on altcoins right here, because if Bitcoin were to get that dump, get a flush, I think altcoins can get a flush too. So if Bitcoin goes up, the Bitcoin dominance will probably go up, as we will go up on the news of a Bitcoin spot ETF approval. Because as you can see, we are at a lot of resistance, so we need some fireworks to go back up right here. If this thing breaks down, yes, definitely a lot of liquidity will flow to altcoins, and I'm definitely going to look for a lot of altcoins, a lot of setups. I will post already some setups later today in Will Alerts. Some setups that are looking very good against Bitcoin. So not against US dollar, but against Bitcoin. But okay, guys, that was it for today's analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure to leave a thumbs up, guys. It's very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe down below. Stay connected with me during this bull market. And for the ones that are interested in trading Bitcoin or any altcoin, or even the S&P 500 on an exchange without any KYC, and even get a free $100 Tether bonus for just signing up, and you can use that to trade with, join the BingX affiliate link in the description down below. But of course, guys, if you want to become a part of Will Alerts, you can also choose another exchange. So you can also be an active trader on Bybit, which in my opinion, right now is the best exchange if you don't mind any KYC. Bybit has just the most liquidity, but BingX and BitGet are also very good exchanges. I'm personally using all of these exchanges because I think it's important to be diversified, and Bybit not often has all the altcoins. BingX has a lot of altcoins. BitGet has also a lot of altcoins, and also altcoins that we cannot find over on Bybit. So if you want to join Will Alerts, the service is completely for free. We right now have a group of little over 60 people, and the only thing you need to do is you need to join one of these exchanges, and you need to deposit and open your first trade. You can see here the requirements. After you did all of that, you can submit your exchange with user ID right here on the Will Portal website. We will check from our end whether you meet all the deposit requirements and whether you did open your trade, because we can actually see that. We cannot really see what you are doing, of course. We cannot see what kind of trades you're opening. We just see a confirmed, like a confirmed green checkbox, which tells us like, yes, deposit, yes, open trade. And when we see that, we will add you to Will Alerts, where you will get these extra information, extra content on what is happening in the crypto markets. So guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful Saturday today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.